Boys and girls, we are going to start a new knowledge unit today. Woo! Um, so we just finished up stories and we read a bunch of fun stories, right? Well, now we're going to kind of switch gears and we're going to start talking about plants. I love plants too.
I love plants.
Now, I have got a short little introductory video that I'm going to play so that we can watch it. And this is going to give us like a little taste of what we're in for as we study plants. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Look what you made me do. Me? Well, don't just stand there. Get a broom. We got to get rid of this before Mom and Dad get home.
Wait,
George Washington Carver.
that's right, kids. It's me, George Washington Carver.
Famous botanist and inventor? Why, what are you doing here?
Just making a snack. But the important question is, what are you kids doing with those begonias?
We're throwing them away, of course. They're garbage.
Garbage? This plant's a living thing. Like you. You wouldn't throw your little brother away, would you?
Well, hey,
Of course you wouldn't.
that thing's alive?
Of course it is. They don't move around or talk like cats or dogs, but plants are living things all the same.
How's that, George Washington Carver?
Well, they grow and they need food.
Oh, sure. Dad's begonias chow down on Mom's lasagna all the time. Really? No.
Well, plants make their own food. See these leaves? Plants use leaves to catch the sunlight to make their food.
What are those gross dangly things?
They're not gross. These are the plant's roots. They keep everything in place in the soil. It's also how the plant drinks. It takes in moisture from the soil and brings it up to the rest of the plant.
So it's like their mouth, but upside down. And in dirt. Sis.
Come on, let's help this little fella back into its pot. There. All set.
Say, George Washington Carver, why do you care so much about plants?
You see these seeds?
Seeds.
All plants start out their life as a seed. Something so small, you might not even notice it. But the thing with seeds is, they may not seem like much at the start, but if you take care of them, give them light and water, they start to grow and blossom into something more.
Hello? Hello? Who's going to help me with these groceries? Mom's home. Quick, we've got to. Hey! Who ate all the peanut butter?
All right, so that was our little introductory video about plants. Now, let me go to my slideshow. So, we're going to be learning about plants for the next few weeks. Plants are a living thing, and we see them all around us, don't we? Actually, Miss Smith has a plant right here, doesn't she?
And so over there.
Yep, and there's one over there. Yeah, this is a plant, and it is a living thing. Now, all living things need certain things. What do they need?
Water.
Water,
Dirt.
food,
Attention. Dirt. And attention.
what are we sitting here doing?
Breathing.
Breathing. They need air, right? So all living things need food, water, and air. People and animals are living things because they all need those things. But plants are also living things. Trees and flowers, those are all plants. Living things also make babies that look like themselves. So plants are living things, and they also make babies to look like themselves, don't they? And that's what makes them a living thing. Okay? Is a dog a living thing?
Yeah.
Yes. A tree?
Yes.
A rock?
No.
No, a rock is not a living thing. What about a cat?
Yes.
A chalkboard? No, a chalkboard's not living. A crayon?
No.
No, a crayon is non-living. What about a person?
Yes.
A table?
No.
A flower?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Those are all living things. So, as I'm reading this to you today, I want you to listen, to learn, to find out what plants need to live. Okay?
What about a fly
What do you see in this picture? Brooklyn, what's something you see? A kitten, yeah. What do you see, Kenneth?
Flowers.
Flowers, right. What else do you see, Rosie?
A rooster.
A rooster, yeah. Dylan, what do you see?
Person.
Person. This picture, there are many different kinds of people, animals, and plants that live in our world.
I know.
You probably recognize many of these living things in this picture. In some ways, people, animals, and plants are alike. That means the same. And the way they are the same is that they are all alive. They need food, water, and air to grow and stay alive. But plants, people, and animals are different in many ways. Unlike animals and people, plants do not make sounds, and they cannot move from one place to another. Plants need 4 basic things in order to live and grow: food, water, air, and light. Yeah, they need light. If a plant has these things, then it can survive, even in a little crack of a sidewalk. The yellow flowering plant in this picture is called a dandelion. A few weeks ago, a tiny dandelion seed floated through the air and landed in this crack, where there was just enough soil for it to begin to grow. Now, soil is the top layer of dirt where plants can grow. It's the very top layer of the dirt. This dandelion gets plenty of sun here in the sidewalk, and it also gets plenty of air, water, and nutrients. And nutrients are like the vitamins you get from your food, right? Okay.
Hey, you know.
This shady forest is home to many different kinds of plants, from the tallest tree to the tiniest flower. A forest is a large area of land where many trees grow close together. Animals that live in the forest depend on these plants for food for their homes. This forest is just one environment or place where living things live, of many on this earth. This is another type of forest. There are some major differences between the colors and the shapes of the leaves on these trees and the leaves on the trees in the last picture. In a later lesson, we will learn about 2 different types of trees. This environment looks very different from the forest that we've seen. All plants need food, water, air, and light. But not every place in the world has exactly the same amount of food, water, air, or light. This is a desert where it is hot and dry all year. Plants that grow here, such as the cactus, have adapted to life in sandy soil with very little rainfall beneath the blazing hot sun. That tough little dandelion and the trees that you saw earlier would wither and die if you tried to plant them in the desert. And the cactus in this desert would not be able to live in the sidewalk crack or in the forest. Different types of plants grow in different environments and spaces. This picture shows an underwater environment. Fish may be the first things that come to mind when you think about underwater life. But there are plants down there too. Underwater plants need the same things as other plants need, including what? Food, water,
soil,
air, and light. Say those with me. Food, water, air, light. Those are the four things. Is soil one of them?
Yeah.
Is soil one of my four things? No. Okay. This environment is not a forest, and it's not a desert, and it's definitely not underwater. This is a city park made when some people gathered seeds and planted them in the ground. People plant grass seeds on lawns and in parks so there are nice places to play and relax. People plant flowers and trees to make the world a prettier place. Some plants can even be grown indoors. Maybe you even have one in your classroom. We do, don't we?
Yeah.
And Miss Smith used to have a lot of plants in here, but then when everybody got sick, I took them home so that they wouldn't die, because somebody had to give them water, right? Somebody had to give them food, right? And so I took them home. I need to bring them back, don't I? So that you guys can see them, because I do love plants.
It's a good thing.
But not all plants can grow in the same places on the earth. A dandelion cannot grow in the desert, and a corn plant cannot grow underwater. Over the next several days, we're going to learn about different types of plants, plant parts, and you will understand why plants are so important to animals and people. Are you excited about plants?
Yeah.
Yes, me too. Who can tell me some different places that plants live? Liam, tell me one.
At the zoo, there's a lot of plants there.
Where?
The zoo.
The zoo? Yeah, they do have a lot of plants there, don't they?
In
You're
the
right.
desert.
They have a desert at the zoo, don't they? Yeah, we should see if we can do a virtual field trip to there too, shouldn't we?
Yeah, that would be awesome. The butterflies.
Kenneth, what's one of the places that plants can live?
In houses.
Okay, yeah, and houses, Luke.
And underwater.
Underwater, right, Rosie?
Outside at your house.
Outside at your house,
Just like me.
right, you're right. Good.
And like me.
Are plants living things or non-living things, Brooklyn?
I'm living things.
They're living things. And what are the four things that plants need? Who can tell me one of the four things? Piper, tell me one.
Water.
Water. Shaylin?
Sun.
Light and sun. Yeah. Dylan?
Air.
Air. And what's the last one, Kenneth?
Food.
Food. Good. Those are the four things that they need. In this read aloud, you heard the word soil. Can you say soil with me?
Soil.
Soil is the top layer of dirt where plants can grow. What kinds of plants would you plant in soil? What do you think? What kind of plant?
A rose.
A rose? Yeah. Dylan?
A violet.
A violet. Yeah, and I've got a beautiful violet. I need to bring it because I used to sit it over there in that window, and it loves the sun.
Or that sun?
Yeah.
Over
Yeah.
there?
I need to bring it. Maybe I can remember to bring it tomorrow, and I can show it to you guys. Good. So those would be some things that we would plant in soil. Good job. So today, boys and girls, we had a short introduction about plants and what a plant or a living thing needs. Okay? Now, in just a minute, and for my online people, you are going to get this sheet out of your knowledge pack, and this should have came home yesterday when you did your pickup. And what you're going to do is you're going to color the flower, okay? And then you're going to circle and color the pictures that show something that a flower needs in order to live. You're going to draw an X on the things that the flower does not need to live. Okay? All right. Online. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed that introduction to plants. Bye.
I'll see